Clint's been playing really, really well to start this season, and I'm curious, when he's on the floor, he's kind of like the quarterback on defense for you guys. What does he sort of do that gets you guys set on the defensive end?
Yeah, I think, with Clint, obviously he's our rim protector. He's our guy. The bigs coming up to set the screen, so he's telling us the calls, where to send it, and Clint he's kind of like that defensive anchor in a way. So he rebounds the ball well, he protects the rim well, and he's really good at using his voice as well. So he makes our job a lot easier, knowing where to send the ball, whether it's over, get under, channel it, whatever. So he's been really good, on that side of the ball, but on the offensive side as well.
I mean, I think the big thing too is some of the times he's like forcing some of the teams to take some of those second actions, whether it's making that extra pass. What is it about his feel for the game that kind of stands out to you that does make things easier for you guys?
Yeah, I think with a lot of bigs, like you have some bigs that are really good at rim protecting, you have some bigs that are really good with their hands, and I think the thing with Clint, he's just always in the right spot. Like he, he's there to stop the drive. He can test shots. He can get out there and switch as well and move his feet pretty well. So I think with Clint, he just got a really good mind. He knows where to be. He knows he sprints back. Defense is a lot of effort as well. So he's always making sure he gets back. He's physical. He rebounds as well. So like I said, the thing with Clint, he's just always in the right spot. Where to send it, know what he's going to call, and he calls it early so we can get into our channels and overs and unders and stuff like that. So he's a smart guy for sure.
He's talked about how you make his job easier with picking up guys like Tatum or some of the best perimeter players, but how does he make your job a little bit easier as well? You touched on it a little bit with the rebounding and just being in the right place at the right time, and calling out actions, but how does he make life for you easier on the defense?
Yeah, like I said, I think the main thing is early calls. Sometimes you hear calls, but it's already late. My guy's already gone and the screen's already there. Whereas as his guys run up the screen, he's like channel, which I know I have to force it, down the sideline or under, and his calls are loud and clear. Which when I hear that, I know what I have to do on the ball, and it makes my job a lot easier. And then I know that I've trust in me that I'm able to send my guy down to him, and he's gonna protect the rim or be there to make him take tough shots. So I think it's just having that trust factor, but it's kind of everyone has to trust. For me to trust him, he has to trust the low man to take his guy, and then he has to trust the low man to trust the X guy to take his guy. So it's like everyone's on a string. So, but it starts with us two, me on the ball and him calling out the screens and stuff early.
And then what have you seen from him on the offensive end? You've touched on just how good he's been to start the season. I mean, the first 11 minutes or so, he had 8 points against Chicago. Just he's been a lot more efficient to start the season. How have you seen him kind of, progress?
Yeah, I think the obvious one is him and Trey, with their lobs and stuff like that. But one thing he's really been good at is those little touch shots in the paint stuff and offensive rebounding as well. And I think a few times it's like a bailout pass for us. If we have nothing, we can just throw it into him, and he's going to get us a high percentage shot at the rim. So it's he's been really good at that touch stuff. Obviously, a lob threat with Trey, screen and rolling, running the floor, and he's been setting really good screens as well. So he's been helping us there a lot for sure.
And I know Coach has talked about teams sometimes just get hot from the perimeter against you guys, but just wondering, I know it's not a clear-cut answer, but as far as kind of disrupting that perimeter shooting, as a team, how can you guys kind of work on that?
Yeah, it starts with our transition defense and getting back and getting set. I think a lot of the time we're sprinting back, but then we're all coming to the paint and they're getting those easy kick out threes and stuff like that. So it's about making sure we get back, getting matched up, finding our man, contesting shots. Coach is big on contest, whether we can be there sometimes or we don't have a hand up, so making sure we get our hand up every time on all the contests. And the Bulls, I thought they made some tough threes, but that's kind of what they do. They shoot the ball well. So we know the Celtics, when we played them, we did a really good job of running them off the line and sending them into the paint. So we need to be more urgent with our closeouts and contests and stuff like that. But it's also sometimes teams are going to make shots, sometimes they're going to miss them. So, but we can make them take tougher shots. That's for sure.
Cool. Thanks.